Okay, the next tech product that I found is Puzzlemaker. And I realized that this is not necessarily new at all. I've been using Puzzlemaker for years. But the reason I chose this is because instead of me using Puzzlemaker these days, I have taught my students how to use Puzzlemaker. They've been creating their own different types of word searches, double puzzles, fallen phrases, mazes, and all sorts of different types of things. So while this isn't necessarily a new technology, it's newer to me or it's newer to my students because I've just introduced them to this. With technology becoming such an important part of the students' lives, I realize that I need to come up with ways that they can, I guess, add to their learning online. So this is www.puzzlemaker.com, and this is what you're going to see. I'm going to scroll down. This is completely free. You can do this on anything. We did it on the iPad the other day. Our iPads are not hooked up to printers though, so unless your iPad is hooked up to a printer, it would take some of the fun out of this just to complete it but not be able to print it off. I'm just going to show you a couple of these here in a few minutes. The reason I chose Puzzlemaker, like I said, is because I've been using it for years, but I found that the kids absolutely love creating their own puzzles at the 5th and 6th grade level. This kind of goes with content area. We practice our vocabulary words with Puzzlemaker. I practice their spelling words. They have to come up, they not only have to create the puzzle and print it out, but then they have to complete it and turn it in to me. So I use this for all different types of basically studying and review and practice. My audience would be my students because that's who I've been teaching this program to. I think all of us have probably heard of it. If not, you're really missing out. It's a pretty easy, cool website that requires very little effort. But the students, however, it takes them a little bit more. We're just finally getting good, and we've been using it throughout the school year. The ISTE standards that it covers are the Teacher Standards 1A, promotes, supports, and models creative and innovative thinking and inventiveness. And 2A, design or adapt relevant learning experiences that incorporate digital tools and resources to promote student learning and creativity. So if I go in here, I'm going to give you a small tutorial. There's really not much to this site. It's pretty quick. I'm going to type word search, and I'm going to give it a title. I don't even know. We'll do spring. And I always make mine about 20 to 25 in here. I have the kids kind of experiment depending on how many words we have, what we're doing. And we can cross down. We share letters occasionally. HTML is what I usually keep it in. And then you just enter your words. And you can enter them with commas, spaces, or you can just put each word on a new line, which that's what I've taught my students to do. I think it's just easier for them to hit return, and they're less apt to make a mistake. So I'm going to put flowers and bloom, grass and trees and blue sky. And we'll do Easter and spring break, March, April, May. Just some quick ones. I think we'll stop with that. Let's do a few adjectives here. Beautiful, plentiful. Okay. All right, and this is simple. We go to create my puzzle, and voila. It's put in everything. Now, I used this when I was studying the book Hatchet, and I did a spelling unit along with it. I had the kids not only create it because they have to take their spelling words and their vocabulary words, they have to type it in there a first time, so they're thinking about it. Then they have to actually find them. And I did forget that this certain one doesn't do, like spring break was 2 separate words. I forgot that you can't do that. So it's been a little while since I've used this. Like I said, the students have been experimenting a little bit more than me. And then you can even go down to the bottom, which I never let them do, but there's a solution, and you can get the solution. It shows you exactly where the words are as well. So like I said, lots of fun, very easy. I think you could start this at a young age even trying to come up with those. The next puzzle I want to do is a double puzzle because my students use this one a lot. They love to put their words in here as well. Same thing we're going to do. We'll do summer, and these are my words again. Any word that I want to put, I'm going to do break, pool, lake, swim, barbecue, baseball, softball. Let's do May, June, July, August. Okay. Now I'm going to come down here and it says enter the word or phrase that will be created by combining the letters. That's when you can come up. I make all sorts of fun quotes, and I told the students come up with something that's relevant to what you're doing. So if we're studying the book Hatchet, will Brian finally be rescued? That would be a good final puzzle question. If we're reading or if you're doing a book over football, then, maybe talk about who scored the winning touchdown of whatever. Just so that you can kind of get an idea. I did summer, so I'm going to put summer break is almost here, and that's going to be my puzzle. Now I'm going to scroll down, and the last thing is just to create the puzzle. And like I said, this is a word scramble. So after they print it, after they make it up, they would go ahead and print this. And it's got the clues on here. Unscramble each of the clue words, copy the letters in numbered cells to other cells with the same number. So you can do this with your spelling words, vocabulary words, anything, high frequency words, any type of words that your grade level would be working on. And these are very small compared to what we usually do. We usually type 20 to 25 words in there. I've also had students that are reading their free time book, they're journaling. They have to choose 20 to 25 words and put them in a double puzzle. Then they print it off, they complete it, and turn it into me. So those are just a couple of my favorites. I honestly feel like I keep going on and on visiting in my tutorials. So I'm just going to show you a list of possibilities now. You could go into each one. They give you a little example. Word search. Here's crisscross. That's more like a word, like a crossword puzzle. We have double puzzles, which is what I just did. A fallen phrase. Then there's some math games that are a lot of fun. Mazes, letter tiles, cryptograms, number blocks, and hidden message. So lots and lots of ideas here. Like I said, my 5th and 6th graders have probably done almost all of them. I don't know if I've done a letter tile before. Letter tile and maze, because maze doesn't have quite the academic qualities in it. So anyway, you can print them off. It's completely free, generates any type of puzzle for almost any subject. You could probably do like the states if you're studying the capitals and states in 4th grade. And just the possibilities are endless with this.